Friday has gotten out of control.
Yeah, exactly.
It really has gotten out of control.
Exactly. And when we say that, we mean in a very good way, because it's helping so many people, man, and the reach that we have, and the level of people that actually come and be a part of this thing, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hmm.
We're gonna talk about something this morning, and one of the things I want to talk about until somebody call in is people go into business. People go in business. A lot of time they go in business, but they don't always know or understand their personal strengths and their personal weaknesses. So, Tawana, let me ask you: how important is it that if you go into business, you know what your strengths are, and you know what your weaknesses are? So going forward, you can get the right people in place to help to navigate through those areas, or so you don't have to step on those mines in the minefield. What do you say to that? Knowing your strengths and weaknesses.
Uh, Absolutely. You better know before you go in business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's why I encourage people to get a coach. That's why I encourage people to get mentors, because these people, life coaches and everything, they're gonna ask
To
you.
na-
They want to know.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They want to absolutely know what your strengths are. They want to know what your weaknesses are. They want to know what your goals are. They want to know where do you want to see your business in the next 6 months? Where do you want to see your business in the next 5 years? We specifically ask these questions because we need to know where we need to pick up the slack for you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, with me, a lot of people that I work with, their area of weakness is promoting their business, talking about their business, getting people to their business. Because this is one thing you gotta realize. You gotta realize the standard way, and I say it every week, but it's true. The standard way don't apply for black business owners. It just don't. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when we think about the approach and how to market, and we need to unlearn what we learned. We
Mm-hmm.
don't mass market. We can't mass market. We can't afford to mass market. We shouldn't mass market. I don't know how many more ways I gotta tell you African American business owners not to mass market.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, we need to target market. So you need to know what your strength or weakness are, because you need to know you need to know how you need to target market. Who do
Mm-hmm.
your audience look like? Do they look like you? Where do they shop? What do they do? It's almost, you need to have a level of obsession with a person, because you need to know everything about their demographic, their social graphics, all these things you need to know about your potential client that you want to target.
Mm-hmm. Now, and I want people to understand this. I'm going to go to Christy as well, but I want people to understand this. If you are a black business owner
Hmm.
and you have your own line of Confederate flags.
You always do that.
You're selling Confederate flag. Now you ain't gonna target the black community for those flags. You're not
He
gonna,
already he with this foolery.
yeah, you're not gonna do that, because you'll have a lot of flags that you'll never sell. But
Hmm.
if you get yourself in it with one of them rallies, on the rallies that they had, them Klan rallies and all the other stuff like that, you'll sell out of your flags.
Hmm.
You'll sell out. And I said that way because that's what you mean. That's what she mean when she say target marketing. You
Hmm.
got to know who your audience is, know who you're selling to, know who has the potential of buying your product. Because I'm gonna tell you something, Christy. If you come to me trying to sell me a Confederate flag, man, look here, you might get some choice words.
I think you about one.
Hmm.
Yeah, I probably would. I probably would. And I start a fire with it right there in their front yard. Yes, I
It
sure.
don't matter what they do with it. I made my profit, so I don't care what you do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But
like Leonard on that one. It's not my prerogative what you do with it. I just want you to buy it.
That's good, and that's a good point. But at the same time, you have to know who your audience
Yes,
is, who your clientele is,
Hmm.
who is going to potentially buy or use the services that you have. Would you agree with that, Christy?
I do agree with that, and it's in everyday life as well. Um, in any business, you have to know what your weakness is, because that's what you have to work on the most. Your
Mm-hmm.
strength is gonna be like me. Um, I know my weakness is procrastination and unorganization.
Mm-hmm.
That's Christy all day. And I've learned I've learned to kind of work through it, especially when I'm doing different things for different businesses. Like if I'm having a deadline, I do good with deadlines. So I always give myself deadlines because I'm a even though I'm a procrastinator, I'm bipolar with my stuff because I'm OCD at a certain range too with getting
Mhm.
things done. So um for me, I have to give myself deadlines that I have to meet. And
Mm.
then I procrastinate to the last minute, but it's excellent work and it gets done. But and what she's saying makes sense because you cannot mass product any, okay, this is for everybody. Because everything ain't for everybody.
Mhm.
You know, the market, if we look at commercials, they do it all day long. Anytime you see new brands of clothes, even if these people don't, like Tommy Hilfiger say he don't make his clothes for African American people, but that's the target audience because we're the ones that buy clothes to that nature. It's people when they come up with the name of cars, they say, okay,
Mhm.
S and Z's sounds very good to the ear.
Mhm.
And if they're targeting a mom, which is like the SUVs, that's like, okay, well, it's safety. It has safety features for the children. So you have to know how to advertise because if your product can go for a lot of people, you have to know how to advertise to target the people that you want to buy or
Mhm.
that you want that's going to be productive. I mean, I can target certain people and not make any money because they don't have money. So if I have grant programs or different things like that I want people to participate in so I can get my numbers up, then I target a set number of people. So it's very important to target. And in marketing and advertisement, it is very, very important.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. And that's what a lot of people have a tendency to want to not do. That's what they have a tendency to a lot of times not do. Target the right audience. And like I said, and I was being funny, but I might have to come out with my own Confederate flag line and sell those. Get me
You'll make a killing. Make
yeah
sure you put a white mask on.
yeah. I'm gonna give me a white person as a front to the company, and let them be the
Oh,
spoke.
okay, yeah.
And yeah, and then I go ahead on and make the money, and the money be deposited into my account. You see, I'm being silly, but Tawana, that would make that that type idea right there. You sometimes have to not be everybody when they go in business they want to be the face. They want to be the front person for their business. But if they don't have that personality, and if they don't have what it takes to actually go in and speak to the people, and motivate the people to want to use their product or service, they might want to get somebody that's a little more outgoing, have a little more spunk, if you will, a little more pizzazz to be the front person for their business. It don't mean that you're not the owner of the business. It don't mean that it's not your company. It's just you don't have to be the front person. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong at all. I mean, it's so many people that shouldn't be the face of the business. It's so many people
Yeah,
that
yeah.
should take a seat behind. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and I say this all the time, and I say it because um, everything is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're not a people's person, if you're not good with customers, if you don't have the right attitude, you might just need to be the CEO and sit back and let somebody else run it because I'm telling you, your attitude is everything and your
Mm-hmm.
approach is everything. I mean, it's like the difference between, and we use Chick-fil-A and we use other brands all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say Chick-fil-A is good. It's good,
Yeah.
but Chick-fil-A is not the best I've had on earth. But
No.
why is Chick-fil-A the best? Because of their customer service.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you something. People tell me I'm crazy, but I really don't care too much for Chick-fil-A. I love their customer service. They treat you good when you go in there. I love that part of it, but
I like them.
I'm not really a fan of Chick-fil-A because to me, it and maybe my taste buds are off or whatever, but it tastes real salty to me. Like they got too much salt in it.
Hmm.
And so
I just
go ahead.
I don't like Chick-fil-A either. And I don't go. I mean, I understand that their customer service is all that. I prefer Popeyes.
Mm-hmm. See,
I
and
mean,
And that Popeyes was my go-to place, but I don't eat fried foods no more. And that's one of the things I miss most about fried food, going to Popeyes. I go to get me a 2, 3, 4, 5 piece, and I sit there and I eat it till it's gone. But
Everything in moderation, Raheem.
that's what they say. But I used to eat it till it's gone.
Fatness overload.
Exactly.
And that's an example of what you were talking about, because the owner of Popeyes is not the Southern woman that's on the commercial.
No. And
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
and so that's you don't have, like I say, it's plenty of companies that have faces that are not either in CEO or don't have any position in the company. It's just what sells. I promise you that Aunt Jemima or Aunt Jemima is not.
she said, "Man, Lord Jesus, Lord,
I promise you, she is not. She is not the.
ain't your mammy."
Ain't your mammy? Ain't that your mammy?
Mammy, right?
That's the where that came from. Ain't that your mammy?
Lord. She said,
That's what.
"Ain't
That's actually where the name came from. Ain't that your mammy? No, I'm playing.
oh Lord, my Jesus, ain't your mammy."
Right. So, but each brand that you buy, you can look at Frosty Flakes. I'm quite sure Tony Tiger is not on the CEO list. So you have to go what works for your company.
Yeah.
And whatever face you have, you have to make sure that face match your product. And it also make people want to buy it just as seeing that face. Like Aunt Jemima give us a comfort of knowing that this is some Southern a product that you can feel comfortable in buying. So why did we buy Aunt Jemima and not Gold Medal?
Mm-hmm.
It's just that face. Just like why do we buy Zeterans and not buy Louisiana, or why do we buy vice versa? Louisiana and Zeterans are both Southern dishes, but I'm quite sure there's other box things that you can buy for jambalaya and stuff. But because that Zeterans and Louisiana have that Louisiana name to it, then this is gonna be just like Louisiana, so I'm gonna buy this versus the other brand. So it's all about your packaging and marketing as well.
Okay. And see, that's the thing. We transition it just a tad bit to one, and now we're talking pretty much about the branding and knowing how to brand and how to make sure that your branding is right and it reach again that target that you're looking for. Because if I'm going to do again, if I'm going to come out with my own line of Confederate flags, I can't use my face as the face of that particular company, because if I do, if I do, then I'm not gonna sell anything.
Absolutely. And it's something that when I say that people need to study their audience, this is a part of it. I'll give you another example, okay? Of how much you need to be in their business. You need to know what they do. You need to know where they shop. You need to know what they like. You even need to know the income level. Because I tell you why. Because if I'm trying to sell you a Bentley, right, and you only make $50,000 a year, I'm wasting my time.
Yeah,
more than likely. Okay, so it's the same thing in business. In business, if I'm trying to sell you anything that has a higher price tag, you want to know that they can afford this without wasting the time. So those are the things that people do. I see people do wrong every day. They're just trying to sell to cold traffic, and that's the wrong approach. You need to sell to people that already are interested in what you're doing. How do you find those people? How you find those people is you go look for them. You don't make people look for you.
Exactly.
And that's what people do wrong. They have this business and they think that everyone knows who they are and what they do. And I'm here to tell you, and I hate to hurt people's feelings, but nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are unless you're some famous person that's endorsing or promoting a business. If you're just a regular Joe Blow like me or anybody else, then nobody knows who you are in your business.
Now, let me ask you this. What are the pros and the cons? And I want both of you ladies to answer this question. What are the pros and the cons of getting a celebrity to be the front person of your business? I know that I know the pros, but let's talk about them anyway. The pros, but what are some of the cons of having this celebrity as your face, Christy?
Well, we all know the pros. You know, if I get Michael Jordan to endorse a product for me, he's well known. You know, that's just a type of advertisement. I mean, several one is bandwagon, it's testimonials, it's peer pressure. All these are different advertising tactics to get you to buy things. So if you get a celebrity to say, "Oh, I use this product," a lot of people want to emulate that star. They want to be just like Mike. So if they want to be just like Mike and Mike is wearing weave, then they're going to wear some weave. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying. So it's all about, even if you look in the videos and all different kind of styles that people are doing in videos. If you look at the way people are dressing now, it's emulating those stars. Now, what could be the con to that is, well, if this person, you know, you have to pay that person, it has to be a contract for that person, you might not have a good business flow with that person. It could backfire on you to where somebody else can offer them more money and they go somewhere
Mm-hmm.
else. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a certainty that they'll always support your product. And it also can be a negative aspect on your company, because if they're the face of it, or if they're doing something and then they become a negative light in the media or in society, it can affect your business as well. So it's pros and cons. You just have to outweigh them.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because you brought something else to my mind. Tawanda, you remember Verizon? Can you hear me now, guy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He was the face for them for a long time. He was Jared is his name. He was the face for them for a long time. Well, Jared, they fired Jared, or they decided to go in a different direction or whatever. But Jared ended up with Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And he started talking about how, you know, Sprint is better and they catching up to Verizon and blah blah blah. And he became Sprint's front person. Now, do you think that hurt Verizon that he left? And and
Oh,
and and,
absolutely.
and how much did it help Sprint that he left?
A
Oh,
lot.
absolutely, because he took a whole audience with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. When you build a brand with someone and they become comfortable, they become almost like your family.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you pretty much say, the people will move for you and with you
Mm-hmm.
wherever you go. So some being in the face for so long and then moving, and people are like, well, if he's gonna move, I'm gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
If he's gonna do this, I'm
And
gonna do this, because he's an established brand. People know to look for him, and people remember. I don't care if you didn't remember anything else. You remember. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah,
You
exactly.
remember
and
that.
you
You remember that.
and he used that in the Sprint commercial. He said, "Can I hear you?" He said, "No, I can't hear you." He said, "I can hear you now with Sprint."
Wow,
He
wow.
actually he actually did he actually did that and say and it was a hit, because you know that's one of the dangers of having people involved, because when you let them go, you don't have, unless you have a contract where he can't say, "Can you hear me now?" anymore, then all that goes with it.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something on the business side. I'm gonna tell you what I would have done, and y'all gonna laugh at me, because y'all laugh at me all the time. I'm gonna tell you what I would have done when he came out with that commercial. No, I can't hear you, and I can hear you with Sprint. If I was Verizon, I would have came out with a hearing aid product and said he can't hear me because he need help. He need help with it. His hearing is fading out, and I'd have
He's
came out
so
with
petty.
I'd have came out with a hearing aid. I'd have come with my own hearing aid and say now he can hear me. Now he can hear me. It ain't because of my service. It's because his hearing ain't no good. His hearing is bad. Uh,
Or better yet, develop a phone that enhance hearing for hearing impaired.
no, that's too easy. I want something that's gonna hit him in. I want something that's gonna hit him in the gut, like he tried to hit me in my gut. We're gonna be gut punch. We're gonna change gut punch. Anyway, Donald.
Mr. Tucson.
Toussaint.
Good morning. You got to remember, Raheem is an instigator.
Wait a
Very
minute.
much so.
How you gonna come in here like that? How you gonna come out the gate like that, Donald?
Hey,
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, look. Raheem is the guy. He's the guy that sees two guys arguing, two people arguing, and he throws the knife in the middle.
Come on, man.
I believe you, Tucson. I believe you.
Christy, you are not helping right now.
I mean, with that post, that Facebook post about,
And
you
then
know,
I didn't cut you. I just didn't cut you. But the results are still the same. You still cut.
But see, but you got to understand the source and who did the cutting. I'm not the cutter. I'm the provider.
that's
Huh?
You're not the source. You're not the resource. You are the source.
Lord, I ain't fooling with you, Donna. We're talking about several things. Knowing in businesses, and this is what we started off at. Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses in business, and how important it is to know that, and possibly go out there and get some people that's better suited in whatever area that you're weak in to help your business go forward. What do you say to that?
That makes sense. I mean, you got to know who you're entangled with.
Mm-hmm.
And then take, for instance, me. I think that I know where I am as far as business. I think I do, and I know my limitations. So if I have some resources, then I find somebody that knows business, and I say, here you go. You do what you do, and then yes, excuse me. You got to know who is only able, and I don't mean any harm by this, but you need them to sweep the floor.
Yeah.
You got to keep the place clean.
Yes, sir.
You got to keep your product honest. And just like the simple things like Verizon or whoever said, "Can you hear me?" That you have to have a punch. You know, a punchline.
Yes, sir.
You got to make it simple and forward. Sometimes we like I'm doing now. Sometimes we say a lot of stuff with a lot of words when it don't take but a few.
Yeah, overtalk it, overkill. I got a friend of mine, man. I got a friend of mine, and I'm not gonna call on their name. I'm not gonna say whether it's a guy or a girl. I'm not gonna say that. But what they do, they talk themselves into a great deal and out of a great deal because they overtalk. Sometimes you could talk your way in just as well as you could talk your way out of a great deal. Good morning, Anna. Anna!
Good morning, Anna.
Gotta unmute, Anna.
You muted her.
No, I didn't mute her. She gotta unmute herself. Anna, unmute. There you go. There you go.
Okay, sorry. Somebody keeps calling in and they keep messing up my audio on the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Well,
Now I got you guys. Thank you. Well, I've been
Hey,
trying to get you guys. Hey! How's everyone doing this Friday morning?
good. Happy pre-4th of July.
Right here, we don't celebrate the 4th of July right now. Haven't you heard?
We brown and black folks, we don't celebrate that.
We don't celebrate the 4th of July. You say happy other day or something. Happy Juneteenth, or
happy day between
Black Lives Matter.
Happy Black Lives Matter Day.
Happy day between the 3rd and the 5th. How about that? I mean, okay. I don't know.
Donald, they're gonna messiness right there.
I don't know. But Anna, what do you say to that, man? If you don't understand or recognize the strength that you have, you could fall short. So you have to go out there and get somebody. And we're talking about today knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, and from that building your business. What do you say to that?
Okay, so ask that question again. I'm sorry, I kind of lost you somewhere.
Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses in businesses, so that you can go out there and get the help that you need, the proper help that you need.
So should you go out there knowing what's good and yeah, I personally, and I speak for myself, and you guys might know what place you hold in certain places in my life. And that's even, I have I have a nonprofit, as well as I have an LLC, and something else, another project I'm working on. And I'm working real hard on both of these projects, been very particular of who goes on staff, all that good stuff. So since I know what my weaknesses are, I have certain, so to speak, mentors that they're go-to people, and I'll ask them advice. Those people know who they are. There's some that I'm like, I'm not going to ask you about this, because that's what to put it this way, that's what their strong points are, and meaning the ones that I go to, because they know even better than me. They know that when I can't answer a question, or when, for example, with a client, when something's, needs to be researched better, they do that, if that makes sense, without going into any personal client stuff. So with that being said, yeah, that's how I handle that. You have to handle it that way, because you can't think you're a know-it-all. You think you're a know-it-all, you're going to be a zero-all, and your business is going to fail.
Good.
That's a fact.
A zero all. Okie dokie.
You know that's right.
Look here. Okay, I see what you're saying. Kurt, good morning, brother. How you doing this morning?
Hey, morning, family. Morning, y'all.
Good
Morning,
morning,
ladies.
Kurt.
Morning, ladies. Y'all looking wonderful.
Oh, thank you. We like your hat too.
Thank you.
How can you see his hat? Girl, I can't see nothing.
Kurt, they saying you need to turn some light on, brother. It says real dark over there where you at, brother. It says real dark. You ain't got no light. Anastasia can't see you, man.
Nah,
I can't see anything. I don't have my glasses on.
I can't.
I just go with it.
But listen, Kurt, we're talking about knowing what you're good at and what you're not good at, knowing how and being in business, you have to evaluate those things, and in order to move forward, you got to pull in the right people that's going to help you in your venture and on the journey that you're going in. How important is it to know your strengths and your weaknesses, Kurt?
It's really important, because when you know your strengths, then it's easy for you to develop your niche. When you go into business, you gotta have a you gotta have a niche, man. You know what I mean? Like a niche. Like you gotta have something that sets you apart from everybody else. In today's world, most businesses that you may get into is not new. It's not, it's not like
you're creating anything.
It's not like you're creating a new product. Most of the time, your entrepreneurial spirit is just picking up a simple fact that somebody is that a product is out there, but it's lacking something. So now you create a product that has what most of the products lack. So that's your niche. So because you find that niche, in my personal opinion, that niche should always be based off of a strength that you have within your business. You know what I mean? So that's my thought. Knowing your weaknesses is vital, because then you figure out what your shortcomings are, so you can kind of curtail that before it actually hits you, and now you done lost a bunch of money. You already know, like, there's certain things I can't do at this time. I've heard stories of people who, they put their business up to be contracted out, and their weakness was, for example, they didn't have the staff, but they didn't think that they was going to get such a large contract initially. You know what I mean?
And they weren't prepared.
They got this contract, got a contract offer, and now it's like, okay, you got to jump through the hoops to try and get some people hired, which means you're not really going to be hiring the best of the best, because you're trying to hurry up and get it done. They actually just folded on the contract, had to buy out of the contract because they didn't have the personnel to carry out the contract. That was their weakness. They didn't they didn't think honestly that their business was going to catch fire like that quick. You know what I mean? So it's good to know your strengths, because you can build your strengths on your niches, man. I mean, I try and build CNT on that, but when you're in film, when you're in production, like just about everything that hasn't been done has been done, and everything that has been done and been done 100 times. So, you know.
Good deal. Now, we also, before I even do that, let me go to Tawana. Tawana, what's on your heart right now?
Oh, just listening. And I agree with everybody. Like you really need to think these things out. And a lot of times people just start businesses and they don't have a plan and they don't have a goal. The only thing that they know is they want to go in business. And so it becomes stressful. You stress yourself out trying to find people that aren't even interested in your product. A lot of I'll give people a good example, because we're in a lot of Black business networks, okay? Pages on Facebook that have 20, 30, 40, 50, they can even have 100K. And if you look at those businesses, if you look at those groups on Facebook, you will see they are dead. Why are they dead? Because it's not no structure inside that group, but also they have the wrong approach. And I've been telling them for over a year, and people look at me like I'm crazy. Okay, their approach is this. Their approach is this. Okay, follow me on Instagram, and I'll follow back. That's been their approach for over a year. Okay, that is not productive. You want to know why that's not productive? Because if I follow you on Instagram and you follow back, that does nothing for my business. Why? Because I don't want you to follow me if you're not interested in anything that I have to offer. So I don't care about the numbers. So we look at things wrong. We look at it as, okay, I need all these numbers. No, instead of having 10,000 people that's just there to follow me and you a dead audience, I'd rather have 2,000 people that are my targeted market.
Exactly. And see, and that's the thing right there, man. You have to stay focused. We could dress it up and say it in all kind of little fancy ways, put the little fancy vernaculars on it, but you have to stay focused in what you're trying to do and not get sidetracked. Donald, I was asking a question earlier, and I was talking about if I wanted to come out with my own line of Confederate flags. I want to come out with my own line of Confederate flags. And we're talking about branding. Y'all laughing. We're talking about branding. I would not be able to put myself on the face of that. I have to get somebody that looks like them as the front person, right? Because, man, I know I sell them flags, brother. But
I called them one time, right? I called them one time. Listen, I did a real Dave Chappelle, and I called these folks. I called them back because y'all in Georgia. You know the 441? You know the 441 that you catch off of 20? That takes you like down through Thompsonville and all that?
Yeah.
So when you get to Douglasville, every time you ride, just how you know you in Douglasville, they got a big old sign out on the side of the road that says, welcome to the town of the Sons of the Confederacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
I heard people talk about it. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay, so I kept riding past it every day, and I would get mad. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna use my best acting voice, and I would call these folks. I call them that. I was like, listen here, buddy. I need to join the Sons of the Confederacy. I'm tired of. So they was all welcoming, bro, until I said, by the way, buddy, I's black. I's black as the night.
See, look at that. Kurt done lost it, y'all. Kurt done lost. Hey, Donald, save your brother, man. He done lost it. Donald, come in and help him.
Hey, listen, Donald, that man called me every day but a child of God. And the child of God he called me, I didn't even want that name either.
But if you want to sell something, right now would be the perfect time.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Get you about 1 million flags. Get you about 1 million flags, and I guarantee
Get your million, sell every one of them.
sell every one of them. Look here, even if you sell them for $5 a piece, man, you got
Wait a
$5.
minute.
Put
Donald and Kirk,
$1
Raheem.
Trump pen. I'm telling you how to make some money right now. Listen, how to make listen. Put a Donald Trump pen at the bottom in the corner on the right.
Yeah. What now?
And
Why?
you sell every one of them.
Now, why I got to be in the
Now,
bottom in the corner
wait.
on the right? Hold on.
Don't let Raheem.
Hold on. I need to understand it. Why does it have to be at the bottom in the corner on the right, Donald? Why I got to be down there?
It don't have to make no sense, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, Kristen.
Don't let Raheem fool you, because I said I sell him one, and he said, "You know what? I'll burn in front of you." I said, "I'm gonna be like Leonard. I'm not emotionally tied to it, so I don't care what you do to it. I didn't made my profit off of it." So that's when he came. So don't let Raheem fool y'all.
I told you when I came up with the idea of coming with a line of Confederate flags, I'm telling you, you'll sell every one of them. And if anybody steal this idea, I want my cut. I want my cut, because y'all got the idea from the Morning Glow. Black, Christy, Tawana, that's another nugget we done threw out there on Black Friday. See, this a perfect business opportunity. Tawana, am I right? We put another nugget out there, something else we done for the public. Free.
I'm not co-signing that, but
all money ain't good money, brothers.
Yeah. But
Then he gonna talk about he gonna have a white person front to do it for him. That white person gonna steal his money and join the Ku Klux Klan.
No, look at that. No,
That was my question. Who's going to be the face of it? Because you know that us brown and black people are not going to like that person very much, right? And you know, you're a Christian.
The thing about it, see, I know somebody who already made the phone call to him and have a contact with inside route to him. They already made the phone call.
Well, no, you ain't gonna get me to put no.
I want no involvement in it.
Man. I live in Baltimore. Oh no, man, I wouldn't live. Man, listen, man, these folk up here gonna kill me in 45 minutes. It takes 45 minutes because it took them 30 to get to my house. Man, what you talking about, man?
Look, we all got that voice.
You know, hold on, Chris. Kirk, think about the come up, brother. Think about the come up, man.
Man, hey, man, the come up. Man, yeah. What you talking about, man? Listen, man, I be fighting my way up. Man, listen, man. Man, no, man, I live in Baltimore, man. Do you know, man, my homeboy's up, man, are you crazy? You're right.
We'll be in a situation that every time somebody knock on your door, just go in there, grab one of those stacks and hand it to the door, and I guarantee you they'll turn and walk away. Just every time.
No, man, no. We ain't got them kind of dope things up here. We got more room. You know what I mean? They listen, hold on, they got standards, bro. The come up is good, but I gotta think about the come down too. Oh my God. Man, what you talking about?
Now see y'all missing.
You can donate the money.
Y'all missing the whole picture. See, we need to hold on. We need to come together and have a like mind in this situation, because y'all not understanding the picture of what I'm trying to say to y'all. See, Anna, explain to them the amount of money that we're gonna make with this thing.
See.
Anna, no, I say
Raheem.
No. I say explain the amount of money that we're gonna make in this thing. So you about to go another direction. No.
Yeah, he's trying to come at me like we do with DKM. Raheem. The problem with this is they're gonna come after us. I don't need problems. Okay? I don't need problems.
They ain't gonna find us.
So who's gonna be the face? You gonna be the face?
Now I got a couple of people I can call. You know, I know a few people I can call.
I'm like Kirk. You know, I can make a phone call for you, and I can put that good old Southern white hospitality girl on there for you. That's all I can do.
Hold on. We need to hear it. Go ahead, make the phone call right now. How she sound? Now, Kurt coming behind you with his too now, so you better bring it correct. Or Kurt, he's an actor, and he's gonna come with his. So go ahead, Chris.
You gotta make me stop laughing. Okay, here we go. Hi, y'all. This is Christy from down south. I'm just calling because I heard about this, the Sons of Anarchy. Is this the Son of Anarchy? Oh, no, not the Anarchy. Yeah, I got a couple sons of mine. Them boys need some help. You know, they got nigger friends everywhere. I just try to tell them about that, and I need y'all to come on down here so we can get a part of this.
Okay, hold on, Kurt.
Girl, you be so fired.
Kurt. No.
Ryan be like, what are you doing?
Hold on. We gotta keep this thing fair. Kurt, go ahead, man. Give it to us, Kurt. Give it to us. Make the phone call.
What am I doing? Selling a T-shirt?
No. You trying to convince them people that you're white, man. You making a phone call and you gotta convince them that you're white.
Oh, hey, you listen here, buddy. You listen good. I'm getting so tired of them niggers taking up all our space. Notice I said niggers. That's how you're supposed to say it. And I'm tired. I'm getting on my 1957 Chevy pickup and whoa, we're gonna ride, man. We're gonna ride.
Boy, y'all. Boy, look at boy, y'all have a good time.
All right, I broke character. I need y'all to understand something right now. I need you to understand that the niggers, they ain't been know what they were doing. They have no idea. We got guns, we got grenades, we even got a personnel carrier. And we're coming, buddy. We're coming for you and your kill.
What a face, Kurt. What a face.
That brother Kurt.
I wish I would have screenshot that. I'm going to go back and screenshot that.
Now, Tawanda, we starting this company now. Which one are we hiring? Who's gonna be the spokesperson? Tawanda, which one we hiring?
I'm husband and wife.
Tawanda, you ain't there. You go. Tawanda, you ain't helping me at all. Now, which one we gonna hire? Anna, who we hiring?
You guys are hilarious.
We'll probably have them work together.
Okay.
We'll work out a contract for them. But with that, we'll alternate them throughout the year. You know how I am when it comes to stuff like that. I like to spice it up. So
well, let's do this right here. Hold on. Let's do this right here. Now, Kurt and Christy, y'all are in y'all own living room, and y'all at home, and y'all gotta have a conversation. And y'all gotta convince these people that y'all are in the same place, and y'all want to be their provider for their Confederate flags. Y'all can start off how y'all want to start off, but y'all talking together. Y'all having a conversation.
I understand.
Y'all having a conversation in y'all living room. Y'all are at home in y'all living room. Okay. Now this person just called on the phone, and y'all got to convince them that y'all in the same place, and y'all want to be the provider of their Confederate flag. Y'all got to make them think y'all white now. Y'all got to make them think y'all white. So y'all have a conversation. Ready? 3, 2, action.
Wait, I don't know yet. Wait, hold on.
Start off, Kurt. She'll follow you. Start her off. Unmute, Kurt. You're muted.
I said, man, I just seen something just blew my mind, man, because we was talking about T-shirts. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
We sitting in the living room.
We sit in the living room, and somebody called, right?
Yeah. The owner of one of the sons of the Confederate, whatever they are, one of the head guys called, the Grand Wizard called. He need some flags created. Y'all are a black company. He don't know this. He think y'all white, and y'all gotta convince him that y'all are the company. Now both y'all gotta make it. If you think y'all black, he ain't buying nothing from you now. You know that. So y'all gotta convince him that y'all are the company that need to provide these flags for him. He want 5 million flags right now at $10 a flag. Get the money. Get the money.
Hello, this the Roosevelt residence. Say what? You want high mint? Hey, sweetie, hey, Helen, I need
Hey.
you on this phone right now.
What you doing all that? Wait, hold on. What you doing all that hollering for? What's
Listen here.
going on?
Listen here. Just as good as my cloth is white with the red cross on it. These sons of the Confederacy have called me for 5 million flags. Hold on a minute, sir.
5 million?
I need you to get on the phone now. Get on the phone, Karen. Get on the phone.
Hello? Hold on. 5 million? Okay. So, wait a minute. You know, I don't know nothing about this stuff. Let me get my son. Jimmy! Jimmy!
Give me the phone, woman. Give me the phone. You say you want 5 million flags. Oh, how much was they charging you before? Well, Lord, that's knee high to a pickaninny booty. We can do better than that. Oh, yay. Oh, yay.
Jimmy, make sure you ain't talking to them damn niggers.
Oh, no, you know the niggers don't get no time over here. They get no time over here. We're talking to the main man. I'm ready to march with you today. We gonna take it on today. Yes, indeed.
Hey, Jimmy, that's not them Black Lives, them terrorist people, them Black Lives people.
Oh, no. It is not Antifa. I tell you, it's not Antifa. This is the real, true to life sons of the Confederacy here on this phone. And they can spend their week. Baby, you know what's finna happen now?
We must be ready.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Yes!
Lord,
Yes!
went to the Beverly Hills. Lord. Now,
I
Anna,
want to be
Remember the
grandma.
hillbillies.
Anna, I need to know who got the job. Did they pull it off, Anna? Did they pull
I told you we can use them both because you know how I think business wise we could spice it up. Once once needs a break, we'll bring the other one in for a little while and then vice versa. But you guys did great, I have to say. But I'd also like to add to that. Didn't Tommy Hilfiger do that a few years back? And all of us went crazy buying Hilfiger clothes, and it was
Tommy killed
he was a true life racist, and he knew that we would buy his clothes. He said we were, and so.
It was stated allegedly that Tommy Hilfiger, I said call the man Thomas.
We'll say allegedly, yes.
Yeah, said that he didn't want black he wasn't making his clothes for black people, but that didn't stop black folks from buying his clothes. They still went out there and bought him and supported him and made him a very rich man. Made him a very
very rich man, because that's all we were buying at one point. Hilfiger, Kalkanai. Geez, I don't remember. I'm only 29, so.
Y'all might be young enough to remember. What's that girl name? Her name was just it'll come back to Valiente or something like that. They used to buy a lot of her jeans too. Can't remember what it is. It'll come back to me in a minute. Gloria, what's that girl name? Started with a V. Gloria Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah.
Vanderbilt.
I still own some of her jeans. They're good because they're for short girls. So they work great for me.
That's Anderson Cooper's mother.
Is it really?
That was Anderson Cooper's mother. Yeah, that was Anderson Cooper's mother. She turned she kind of, I don't want to say she changed her mindset, but she kind of I hate to use such a strong term as repentant, but she kind of got it together once she started getting older, because of course we all know Anderson Cooper is in the life.
Yeah.
But that's Anderson Cooper's mother, if I'm not mistaken, Gloria Vanderbilt. She just died 6 or 8 months ago.
Yeah. She just passed. Yeah.
I didn't even know that she was. It was the same thing. It wasn't intended for us Latinos that are short. I guess
Short people.
I mean, all I care about was her jeans, but
I mean,
so it wasn't
nice
intended
jeans,
for us
though.
short people.
You gotta
Short
give
people are awesome. Short people are awesome.
you gotta give
I'm
her
just saying her
she
jeans.
made some nice jeans. She made some nice jeans. I mean, you know,
And
they
one of the things too, man, that a lot of people don't realize, man, that hip hop culture really help and sell a lot of products, man. The hip hop
They do.
sell a lot because once they drop your name, and Gloria Vanderbilt jeans was in quite a few songs that I can remember. And once they dropped their name after Gloria Vanderbilt jeans with Gloria Vanderbilt, I think LL had Gloria Vanderbilt in one of his songs where he talked about.
I think Jennifer Lopez did too.
Yeah, a lot of the hip hop culture, once they drop your name, and it's almost like they're co-signing you. And I hope they got paid for doing it, but at the same time, that opens up the market to a lot of people. And now we're back to the branding. So Tawanda, what do you say about that? When a lot of in the hip hop culture, does sell a lot of products, how valuable would that be? Tawanda, you started your own jean company, and LL Cool J or T.I. or somebody like that come along and say, Busta Rhymes, whoever it is, say, look here, and I dropped your name in this song. Just give me $10,000, $20,000. I'm gonna drop your name, the name of your product in my song, and the song is gonna be hot. Would that be enough incentive for you to drop that money for them, or would you do something different?
Oh, absolutely. But I can tell you right now, they're not charging $10,000.
Oh, absolutely.
Add some zeros.
Yeah.
Because, that's one of the things with influencers, specifically celebrities. I'm trying to tell you, if you can afford them, it's great because it's almost like instant. You have instant community, but being realistic, like if I could afford it, you absolutely in my budget, I would absolutely do it. But you don't even need anybody that big. I know other influencers. I look for people that might have like 1 million followers. Those people are just as good because they already have a community of people that you don't have. But absolutely, if you can get someone. You can get a celebrity to promote you. I guarantee, like overnight, you'll see the difference.
Okay.
You'll see the difference overnight.
Now, Donna, would you use Conway Twitty?
Who?
Conway Twitty?
Yeah. Yeah. Conway. No, I think he passed a couple of years ago. I think he passed a few years ago.
I guess you got to, and I guess that makes a point. You got to know who to pick.
Yeah. There you go.
Or just pick anybody because they got it. Some of them got a bad name.
Now, if we sat in the line of Confederate flags, would it be a good idea, Donna, to get Garth Brooks on board with us?
Brooks.
I know you know Garth. I know you know who Garth Brooks is now.
Yeah, I know, but you could do better with Ben Carson.
Think he'll be better? Oh Lord Jesus! Whoa, Donna, that's a low blow there, brother. Kurt, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said, Kurt?
Hey, you know.
Can't deal with y'all today.
Listen, I'm a movie buff.
Wow.
They gonna ban you from Facebook.
I refuse to make any comments at this time due to the fact that it might incriminate me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know that man from Baltimore, man. I can't make no comments about him. We don't even. Nah.
Do y'all still claim him?
No,
Okay.
we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't. And actually, they didn't tell you, but he stopped being claimed when he stabbed his mama. He stabbed his mama, man.
I didn't know that.
Stabbed his mama, man. And then when it went by the world, but it's funny he won't leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but on the campaign trail, 45 told the whole world that he's a molester, that he molested his daughters.
Yeah.
Remember that, Ryan?
Yeah, he did
So,
say that.
nah, we don't claim him, man. Even down to the OGs, like my OGs, like the G's that I look up to, that I watch, grind and do, and Oh, he gets no respect, no love, no nothing. And we found out for years we were celebrating the fact that he was the first one to is it the first one to separate Siamese twins or something like that? But everything that they talking about him being the first to do this as a black man, the truth be told, he wasn't even in the room.
Wow. Man, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Kurt.
Bro, he wasn't in the room. He gave them, basically, it was like, you ever seen that movie, Something the Lord Made?
I never
Yes.
seen that.
Most Def?
Yes, I
Remember how they wouldn't let Most Def in the room?
Oh, I do remember that. Most Def was in it. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he was a surgeon, yeah.
Yeah, that they did that in Johns Hopkins. That thing went down in Johns Hopkins. Back then, Johns Hopkins was the primo. And there's reports. If you watch Dick Gregory, if you go back and look at some of Dick Gregory interviews, there's reports. Dick Gregory basically lay it out there and tell you he wasn't even in the room. Even in the room, he didn't do none of that work. He wasn't in the room. He only got credit because he was sitting at the table when they came up with the idea of doing it. He told him, well, if you're gonna do that, you gotta do it like this, boom, 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 boom. But he wasn't in the room. He didn't have his hands on that. You know what I mean? And it was something that was circulating around town for years. But it was just like, you know how us black folk is. You know, we ain't gonna take no credit from the man. Blah 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 blah. Hard enough us as black folk. But then when everybody started finding out how much he disowned and who he really was, that's when started coming out about him, man. But I don't co-sign nothing with his name on it. He's an idiot.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus.
Christy, go ahead, Christy. What's on your heart?
I don't know. I'm still trying to coming back from playing the KKK. I'm trying to regain all that information. I'm still trying to get that back. So I don't know, have no clue where we are. After that thing that you had us do, I kind of lost a lot of my blackness. So I'm gonna go try to bathe in some black water or something.
No, she's silly. She's gonna go bathe in black water.
I'm gonna have to do something. I think I'm gonna make me some breakfast. I think I'm gonna make me some old Southern breakfast, some cheese grits. I gotta get my blackness back. Our Black Lives Matter. I don't know what Kurt was thinking about because he played it too good too. I think I need him to douse in some black water too.
Anna, what's on your heart right
and
now?
you know what? Wait, and you know what, Raheem? I was thinking after as we was doing, I said, wait a minute. What if the people just join in and don't know we're doing a skit?
Yeah, I always think that. I always think that. I'm like, oh Lord, what's the listening audience thinking?
So everybody that's in the 58 countries, I love black people. I'm pro-black. Black Lives Matter. Don't celebrate July 4th because that's not our independence. Don't barbecue, wear all black, and we know we're doing a blackout. Whew, I feel better now.
Okay, doke. Anna, what's on your heart?
You went into talking into the hip hop industry, and you know, them lining up with people or whatever. I will say that for a long time, if a lot of people would say your clothes looks different, this and that and that, I would buy, which they've kind of cut off a lot of her line. I would buy a lot of Jennifer Lopez apparel, J-Lo. And the reason why is because she's Puerto Rican, and of course I'm one of those that I support, people of color. So I was like, okay, well, I want, something, that will look good, classy. But I'll tell you, man, her clothes is an arm and a leg, y'all. I couldn't afford it anymore. I was like, well, I need a break from J-Lo. I need to stack up on money again. And I think that that's part of the problem with a lot of us within our culture. We go and we sell things so expensive that it makes it hard for people to support you. Does that make sense? But I think she also feels, if you have money, you'll buy it. But, other people want to support her as well, and they can't. Does that make sense? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I just wanted to add to that because you were talking about the hip hop industry.
And that's one of the reasons why, and a lot of people get this gentleman a lot of flack, man. But when Shaq came out with that shoe, that sneaker, man, he said, I'm not gonna charge these people all this money that Jordan is charging me for these shoes. I'm gonna charge them this amount of money right here. They'll be able to afford it, and they have the same quality as an Air Jordan. But they clowned him. They clowned him, Tawanda. They clowned him for doing that. I think he should have been applauded for taking a stance like that, because he wasn't trying to rob the community. He was trying to do something and trying to provide them with the same kind of service that this product that Jordan was giving them man, look here, less than half, less than a third of the price. And so that just makes sense to me. Tawana, what do you say to that?
Oh, I agree. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want those shoes though, but I agree. But people laugh, but what they don't know is he sold over 90 million pairs of the Shaq shoes. So in 15 years. So and it's not in comparison to Jordan, but still those are good numbers. 90 million in 15 years.
I'll take it.
I think that for us a lot of times we are labeled. I guess I don't think I can say the word. I won't word.
Be careful, Tawana. Be careful now. We gospel station now. Oh Lord, you about to take a left turn, and they ain't gonna put a signal on. Come on, at least put a signal on. You take the left turn. Let me know you taking it. But my thing is right here. I think it's really a compliment to Shaq and who he is, that he was able to do that and provide that product for that price. Because man, shoes for man, I don't even know what hey Kurt, what Jordans go for now?
Too much.
I thought it was like 300.
Are you kidding me right now, Ryan?
Now I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know.
At the minimal, you'll pay $60, but that's not for what I would call what we would call a number. Say like you got Jordans that don't have I forget what you call it, but it's like a number. So you got like the Jordans 1, the Jordan 1s, the Jordan 2s, the Jordan 3s, on up to I think it's like 16, right? So $60 is the minimal for the ones that don't have a number that's not in that serial line of shoe. But then for all of the ones that's in the serial line of shoe, they can run from at the minimal, I think it's 149, all the way up to 300.
That's crazy.
I went to get some one time. I can't remember what number they was. I just remember they came in a silver box. They came in a silver briefcase, right? I really like those Jordans. I've only worn probably 2 pair of the serial number Jordans, right? I got 1 pair upstairs. They did the most uncomfortable shoe I ever put my foot in. But I had the number 4s. The year that brand came out in the silver briefcase, they kind of look like the number 4s. So I was like, you know what? I gotta get them. I didn't even think about how much they cost. So I went down there, told the girl, hey, I need a number 12. You want to try them on? No, I know I'm in the 12. She handed them to me. When she go in the back, she get them handed to me. I go up to the counter. I put them up on the counter, and the girl hit him with that scanner, bro. And I seen that $250 pop up on that thing. All of the country came out at me. All of the country. Hey, girl, you know how many? What is wrong with you? You know how many pigs I bought for $250? No, take them back. You go take them back. I gotta buy some feed, goddamn. No, it was $250, Raheem. Didn't DVD. Only thing it did was came in a silver box, a silver briefcase. I'll never forget, silver briefcase. Man, I said,
a lot of people tell me that I shouldn't say this, and I'm wrong for saying it, and I could be, but I feel the way that I feel. And Donald, I really say to this day, I still say that Jordan is robbing the community, man. Jordan is really robbing the community. Donald, what do you say to that? I'm coming to you, Christy. Hold on, I'll come back to you. Donald, what do you say to that?
It's amazing. You know, he ain't the only one. But yeah, you're right. But it's surprising how people can figure the community out. I'm gonna just say the community out.
Mm-hmm.
Take, like, for instance, you're talking about Tennessee. Take, for instance, they'll put a store there that only sell malt liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't even go in the store, but you can send your friend there.
Yeah.
And go get it. But man, I wish I would take money that I don't have for something that my feet or is.
Mm-hmm. And then
but they figure that they thought about that when they made them, and they figure out who gonna make them, because it don't cost $250 to make them.
No.
It costs $20.
If that much. If that much.
And it's a brilliant idea. I mean, when you think from a business perspective, black folks, inner city folks, the same rules apply no matter which class in society you are. So the average black folk is not going to go and spend no real money on a pair of Bostonians or a pair Johnstons and Murphys.
Yeah.
They're not going to spend $400. I got a pair of Johnstons and Murphys upstairs right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was almost $500. Black folk normally not going to go and spend that kind of money on a dress shoe. They not. Them days are gone. Now my daddy and them, you know, back in the 60s, you know, for those fly guys, I call them fly guys. Yeah, they might drop that, but they had to figure out a way.
That in them shiny suits.
Exactly. They had to figure out a way to get that dollar back, because it shifted from the dress shoes to, look, man, I work too hard. I want to wear a comfortable shoe.
Yeah.
Well, I wear a sneaker. So to me, the whole Jordan concept is just, Jordan is like the Johnston and Murphy, the LL Bean, the J. Crew, the oh man, it's another brand out there. Oh, the Yosei Bank, the Yosei Bank. He's those companies of the hood. So his shoe is going to cost $250, even though, like Don said, that shoe probably cost about $10 to make.
Mm-hmm.
Shoe is that's that scale. I mean, it's crazy, man. A black man's shoe states your economical status in society. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go to Christy. I said I was going to come to you. What's on your heart, Christy?
I wanted to say, I was going to say some of the things that Kirk was saying. It's beautiful in business, because I know people that can't afford to buy food or anything, but they'll go out and buy some shoes. Mm-hmm. You got people that stay in shotgun houses, and you got people who will work to keep their children in Jordans, but will not work and do other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, they spend all their money on shoes.
Yeah.
It don't matter how much. I know. I promise you, I have a friend right now. If a new pair of Jordans came out today, she already is in the pool to get them for the day that they come out. And it's going to pay whatever it is for her child to have them on. I'm not that crazy about shoes, and I probably might need to get that way maybe one day in life, but I probably would never be, since I'm 25 now and I'm already set in my ways. So
yeah, go ahead.
So I've never been that crazy. Now, I have a shoe fetish, don't get me wrong. I love shoes. But I've never been a person to get into the name of a shoe. Now, if I see a Jordan that I like at a reasonable price, I may buy it, especially if I have an outfit to go with it. But in the mainstream of it, if you look at the advertisement, if you look at different things like that. People spend their last dollar on some Nikes, on some Jordans, on some Air Force Ones, on whatever these tennis shoes are. That is great marketing to make you in your mind say, you know what? I ain't gonna pay my light bill, but I'm gonna buy this shoe.
That's
That's
crazy.
how important it is. It's
The
crazy, but it's great marketing. It's great marketing.
The shoe ain't gonna light up nothing. And we got to call him. Going to go to the call. Kurt, I'm gonna say this to you, man. And we just lost Kurt. Donald, let me say this to you, man. A pair of shoes that I found that were very comfortable to me. A lot of people probably don't know about them. But you ever heard of Rockport?
Is that one of them old people shoes?
No. You gotta be at least 29. You gotta be at least 29 to have these shoes.
I wouldn't know about that because I'll be 29 in October. So.
Okay. Well, you don't know about. You gotta be at least 29. You gotta be at least 29.
What shoe you talking about, Ryan?
Diabetic shoes.
Oh my God, Rockports. Oh yes, indeed.
Oh. Some comfort shoes, brother.
Oh my God, Rockport. You forgot one, Ryan. You forgot one.
What's that?
Come on, we gonna tell our age, but you forgot one, baby.
Which one? You ain't gonna say Hush Puppies, are you?
No. We close. You down the road.
What is it?
Them doggone Clark Wallabies, baby.
Come on now. Come on.
I've never heard of these shoes, boy. I'm confused. I was thinking about diabetic shoes or some kind of medical shoes. I didn't know what I was talking about.
See, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm ready to go to the caller. I'm gonna tell you something. I paid $100, and it was like $125 for because I saw these Rockports. I liked them, man. I liked the shoe, but Kurt, when I put that doggone shoe on and I walked down that aisle. Man, let's put you on there. Let you walk up down the aisle. See, man, that shoe. Yes, sir. Kurt, I'm gonna tell you something. That shoe was so comfortable, man. I thought I was cheating them people. I
knew a preacher. Changed his fresh shoes in the pastoral study.
Yeah,
he would find his feet in some Rockport. He got on the pulpit. Look, let me put these slippery earls ain't gonna work. I mean,
man, the Rockports ain't no joke, man. The Rockport ain't. Hey, we gotta let me do. We gotta call a caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Rico calling from Anderson, man. How everybody doing?
Rico, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Rico Suave.
I agree with you on those Rockports, man. I remember I was young when I
come on, Rico. Yes, sir. Come on, Rico.
I was crazy.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and got me a pair. And when I tell you, I realized then how much it means to buy quality.
Come on.
And then when you're just buying a name to fit in. Now that shoe is worth every penny.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not gonna lie, I bought one pair of Jordans. They're comfortable too. But no tennis shoes are worth that much.
Nah.
But it showed me really how you have to discern between buying for vanity and when you're buying for quality.
Yeah.
And this sort of goes back to that question you was asking about Jordan ripping the community off. I don't really feel like he's ripping the community off. I think it really reveals to us how we've lost our values from our forefathers, the ones before our leaders that told us that we needed to value and be real. I'm gonna say picky about our dollar, wise. We need to spend wiser.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes we can spend more for the looks, and so you can't really blame Jordan because if they didn't have Jordan to go and try to buy to fit in or be vain, they would go buy red bottoms or they would go Gucci. And if they couldn't buy Gucci or red bottom, they would buy the bootleg knockoff. So it's the image. It really was a revelation to me, really how much we still try to fit in. Especially after the lifestyle of the rich and famous era and the MTV Cribs era, that just made it worse.
That made it worse. And see what people don't realize: a lot of them homes they were showing in the lifestyle of the rich and famous, man, they didn't own them homes, man. They were prop homes, man. They were just just a front to make you think that they're living this way when they probably went back home to an apartment or a townhouse or something like that. The reality. But let me ask you this question, Rico, and I'm glad I got you on here, brother. If I started a Confederate flag company, you think I'd make $1 million, brother?
Yeah, you would. I'm gonna tell you why. You can find the right person to market it.
Yep.
And get the new generation to think it's cool,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever they think is cool, that's gonna be the norm.
Yeah.
And if we go against it, they're gonna look at us as old fashioned and uninformed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so in the first month, I should make $1 million in the first month in it.
It depends on who you get to market it.
Garth Brooks.
Oh, he would definitely do it.
Mm-hmm.
You could get a black person to market it and get black people to buy it.
Rico, now I don't know about that. Now, Rico, you don't. Hold on, brother. Let me go to somebody. Let me go to somebody else, brother. I believe you don't. You think
Raheem?
huh?
He on to something.
He's trying to.
It's some black entertainers. I don't know who they are. I don't know how far they've gone, but it's a black rapper, man, that wears the Confederate flag.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, you seen that clown?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But see, my thing
was at that circus.
He said clown.
I saw that clown, man. I saw him. I saw him, man.
What's his name?
We ain't gonna talk about that clown, man. Keep it moving.
Get Don King. Get Don King.
Don King will do it. Only in America. Only in America. Only in America. But see, my thing is
Mike Tyson.
Tyson ain't gonna do it. But I'm gonna tell you.
Get knocked out.
Yeah, Tyson ain't gonna do it. But my thing is right here, and we going back to what we was talking about earlier, the marketing aspect of this thing. If you have any product and you market it right in the right way, Anna, you can make money with it. But you have to market it in the right place, have the right people involved that's gonna bring it to the forefront. And before you know it, you'll be making money hand over fist. But you have to market it right. What do you say to that, Anna?
I agree, but I've not been one of those parents, just going back to the Jays, I've not been one of them parents that believes in buying and making the lines and being the first one to buy it and pre-order and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, or it might have been the year before, once you get your children in high school, everything changes because now everybody's looking at everything, so my daughter's like, Mom, I want some J's. So I turn around and I'm like, okay, well, how much are these J's? Every time I would look at one, I almost choked. Okay. I was like, what? And I said, well, what about these on clearance, right? Well, Mom, you can't wear those because you got to be like the rest of the kids. Meanwhile, and I'm saying for somebody who's got a size 5.5 shoe,
mm-hmm.
I spent nearly $200 on a pair of J's because of what is asked of children in by the time they hit high school. So with that being said, of course, with the proper marketing, you'll get anything done. Look, I always wear my Lunchtime with Anna shirts all the time. People are always wanting a shirt and wanting one of my Lunchtime with Anna shirts. I've had people who have actually offered to do other things within the brand of Lunchtime with Anna. And, I'm one of these people that I'm very picky because I don't want just anybody. Let me just let you do this. And then it just fails. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to make sure that I like to double and triple check myself. But, what they did with the Jays, you got to think about it. Most of us back then were in elementary school and, it sold and it continued selling. And, whether he's done or a disadvantage or hasn't done a disadvantage, at the end of the day, between the brown and the black community, that's our problem that we need to fix because we need to stop buying all this name brand stuff. We need to go to Tawanda, who's making, I think I heard you guys say she's got a pair or a line of jeans that she's making. Go to other people. And I think we're starting to go back there. It's just starting, and it's not everybody. And I think one of the things with brown and black folks is that we follow each other, so it won't be really hard,
Hey, Kurt, I got an idea, man.
What's up?
Oh Lord,
I got an idea.
What's up?
How about
Jesus,
I
Jesus.
come out with my own line of jeans, and you know how people getting all the implants? I have some implants in the jeans.
You talking about booty implants?
Yeah.
They already in them. They already making them.
They making them
They
already?
already got that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just gotta come
You
up with
late.
something different. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do. Check this out.
Talk to me, Kurt.
Good
Come on.
idea, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is what we do. We color coordinate the jeans because the
Yeah.
jeans coming out in just straight jeans. So what
Yeah.
our niche need to be the stitching. So if you take blue jeans, we can do pink stitching, we can do yellow stitching, we can do teal green stitching.
Yeah.
The stitching will offset the
That's
outfit.
good.
You understand
That's
what I'm
good.
saying?
That's good.
And that'll be our niche.
Kurt, and we can put a Confederate.
No.
And we can put a,
I got one for y'all.
Hold on. I got this idea. No, don't. Hold on. Don't stop me. I'm rolling now. We got another caller. Hold on. We better come through. Now listen, Kurt, we could put a Confederate flag on the pocket.
Oh,
I
no,
knew
that's
you were going to say that.
Oh, we can't do that. I can't co-sign that one, Raheem. No,
Raheem, I got an idea for you. Raheem, I promise this is gonna say, and I know you can be the face of this company.
Come on.
Not only can you be the face of the company, you can do this.
Yeah.
I want you, and it's gonna be the same as how we the morning glow.
Yeah.
You can do morning glow products to make your bald head shine. Bam. How you get that shine every morning? You can ball it up and you can sell it, and you say, just like Coming to America, this is your soul glow. I got you, Raheem.
And somehow her phone got muted. Somehow her line got muted. I don't know what just happened. Her line got muted some kind of way. I'm trying to figure out what happened. She was just talking away and the phone got muted. I don't know, y'all. Somebody help me. Yes, sir.
She kind of got a good idea.
Kurt got muted too. I don't know what happened to Kurt line. His line got muted. I don't understand what happened to it. Something happened to Kurt line. Hopefully it'll be fixed in a few minutes, y'all. But right now something happened to his line. I have no idea what it is. We got another caller. No, y'all got me slobbing. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Man, y'all got me slobbing and spitting all over the place. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Raheem, other Cornelius, man. How y'all doing?
Cornelius, what's up, brother? How you doing this morning?
Man, just chiming in, man. Y'all kind of acting a fool on here this morning.
Man, we having a good time, brother. Hey, this is Friday, man. We done made it through another week. This Black Friday, man. We're talking about helping people with businesses, man. But we sprinkle in a little bit of have a good time in there too. We know that's one of the ingredients we got in this thing. But let me ask you a question, Cornelius. If I came out with my own line of Confederate flags, would I make money?
If he come out with Soul Glow, he'll make some more.
Okay, hold on. Let me mute Chris again. Something going on. She's just speaking all out of turn. I don't know what's going on with her this morning, boy. It must be Friday. But what do you say to that? If I came out with my own line of Confederate flags with a twist, would I make some money?
What's the twist?
I don't know. I'm still working on that angle now. See, you asking me too many questions now. I'm still working on that angle now. Let's stay where we at. Let's stay where we at now.
You know, with this day and age, man, the federal flag is a symbol of hatred. So a lot of folks don't want to be bothered with that no more. So, I don't think you want to come up with a line like that. Maybe something else, but something that pop that will get the people's attention.
Okay, tell me what it is. Talk to me. Give me an idea.
To tell you what it is?
Yeah, give me an idea. What should I come out with right now?
One of the DKM, well, it's not DKM. What is it? What's the name of the radio show now?
DKM Media Group.
You done changed it?
Yeah, DKM Media Group.
Media Group.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people have gone social media now, and that'll be a good, thing to continue to promote. And that, with shirts and hats and, different things like that, to where you want to try to get that even more, to kick your business off like that.
So you're saying to me I can't come out with them Confederate flags?
Nah, you don't want to do that, man. It's a symbol of hate, my brother.
Oh, okay.
A lot of folks people, anytime you know how big with the NASCAR Confederate flags was.
Yeah.
Anytime they start banning that from NASCAR, you know ain't nobody trying to support it right now. So you already know how that go.
Okay. Tawana, so that's a bad idea.
I don't know what's up with child today.
Tell them about that. Tell them that Saul Glow work time right here. Listen to you.
I see,
I don't.
something just happened.
I don't claim y'all today. I don't claim y'all today.
But see, and Tawana, let me switch gears again. I want to switch gears, and how important is it? How important in business? Because Cornelia just said something, and he said, you know, with the trend that's going on with the flag, and don't do that because, you know, there is a symbol of hate and a lot of people are pulling away from it. How important is it in business that you stay with the trend that's going on at that particular time to catapult your business forward?
It's really relevant, and it's really important to stay in with the times. I'll give you a better example that don't have anything to do with any clothing per se. I'll tell you about we could talk about how everybody is doing digital marketing, how everybody is doing e-commerce, how everybody is moving from brick and mortars to online businesses. And that's part of the trend that's going on now. So when people say, oh, we're in a time where the economy, it's not a shortage of money, okay? It's a shortage of you being able to go into an establishment for business, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For you being able to go into a brick and mortar. But people are shopping every day online. So it's good to keep up with the trends. It's good to keep up with everything that's going on, because I know if I had a brick and mortar, I can't make no sale at 2:00 in the morning. Why? Because the store ain't open. But guess what? If I'm online and I'm e-commerce, I love waking up to money. I can wake up at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and people is up shopping if they want to shop. They can't do that in a regular store because they have to wait till regular hours of operation. So it's good to keep up with the trend. It's good to do all these things, to know what you talk about all here in the streets, okay? Because you know, you could be 10 years back and nobody's going to follow your trend, because guess what? People want to know what's new and what's developing and all these other things like that. So it's great to keep up with
exactly. Exactly. Kurt, what do you say about keeping up with the trend, brother? Anna coming to you next. Kurt, what do you say about keeping up with the trend, man? Moving with the times and not being having your business caught in the Stone Ages. You're muted, Kurt.
You know, one of the greatest things I learned in business school is that I never knew. I never could explain it, but it's called being a transactional leader and being a transformational leader. A business honestly cannot survive if the leader, not the supervisors, not the managers, if the leader is not transformational. Because a transformational leader has an ability, he's what we would call a forward thinker. He's a forward seer. So he has an ability to see what's coming in the future, figure out a way or throw out some ideas as to how we can transition to meet the need of the future. While at the same time explaining the push or the move towards change and gathering. He has that ability to gather those people together to get them to buy in on that change. So when you think in terms of if you owning a business, you gotta think, well, first off, if you're going into business, it should be on your mind. How long am I planning on staying in this business, or how long am I planning on running this business? That's number one. If you don't know how long you planning on staying in it, you might be setting yourself up for failure, because eventually what's going to happen is times are going to change. It's like we on radio, like we started out on radio, correct?
Yes.
If you look at the maturation of media, at one time there was no TV, there was no radio, everything was newspaper, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now the newspaper owner gotta be a forward thinker, because wow, hold on, they just created this sound wave that people can hear all around the globe,
Mm-hmm.
all around the country, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we got to figure out something because there's a new area of media coming in. Then everybody got in the radio, and then next thing you know, it was, wow, hold on, there's this little black and white box that actually show images. Oh wow, there's now a colored box. So as a person running a business, you have to think about that. Being in the film business, one of the things that always go through my mind is, man, what's going to happen when film goes to complete 3D?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I writing scripts that's going to line up and look like they supposed to look in 3D? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like there was a little fear in Hollywood a few years back with that Titan IE film, the the Beowulf film. That film was going to move from actually having real people on set to being more animated, and all you gotta do is call these people in and do voiceover. So, you know, with that thought, man, you if you don't have a transformational leader, 9 times out of 10, your business is not going to survive, bro.
Exactly.
Just plan that, okay, I'm only going to be in this business for 5 years, then I'm gonna get out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. And what do you say to that? How important is it that that your business move with the times and not get caught up in the Stone Ages?
So it has to, because if I think they've actually made a few reality shows about this. You've even got to update the look. If you notice, to see even fast food restaurants that we that we go to, which I am COVID-19 not a fan of that. But anyways, you notice that they've transformed their look. If you look somewhere like and I hate to say it this way, but a mom and pop shop, which is usually the best food you can, 98% of the time, the best food you can ever eat, they need to update it, and it would give them more business. You know what I'm saying? So you have to transform yourself. I'll give you guys an idea. If you guys look at me every single day, it's a whole new look. It's a whole new Anna. So think about it. You can have it better, you know. And I say that in all seriousness, you know, because you know, I'm sure there's people that tune in are actually like, I wonder what she's going to have on today. I wonder, but you know, and that is grabbing the audience. You know what I'm saying? And all in different ways. And we all have our ways of doing that, you know. Or we can just stay behind and stay stuck to our old 1976 ways and or whatever, but continue, you know, not moving forward. For me, I choose to stay with what's in with the crowd. I want to know. I have a daughter that's 22 years old. She does a lot of those voiceovers. If you guys look her up online, she's very, very well known. She does a lot of anime. She's very well known, gets paid checks, gets contracts, but she went in and has grown with the flow. I've been very fortunate that in that sense, my children are very talented and hold all these different skills that they're able to move with, you know, with times moving.
Exactly.
You guys have like 7 things on this chat. That was a lot.
Wow. Let's keep this thing going, and let me go back to Cornelius, and then I'm going to Tawana. Cornelius, how important is it that your business move with the times and not get caught up in the Stone Ages?
You know, it's very important because as I've as I've been around for a minute now, and I've seen how the times have changed and how, you know, things shift, and you have competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And if your competitors are growing, you got to grow if you want to continue to stay there, because if you stay stagnated, your competitors will pass you up.
Exactly.
And then they will take you out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, one of our favorite stores when we was coming up was Kmart.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, Walmart stepped on the scene.
Yep.
And when Walmart stepped in the scene, they took over and knocked Kmart straight out the box.
Yep.
Whether they couldn't transition or whatever the case may be, but you don't hear no more Kmart no more. You know, I remember back in the day, you remember when we was coming up, man, what was the biggest thing as far as communication? If it wasn't it was beepers.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was using beepers, and all of a sudden the competitors come along and they took over and became cell phones. And you remember back in the day, we used to have to before the cell phones, you know, you had the phones that you had to carry around, or the car phones and stuff like that.
That bag
that
phone.
was only connected, the battery phone that was connected to stuff. Now it has transitioned to cell phones and all this stuff, like, you know, and like I said, social media has taken over. Like I remember back in the day, man, in the 10th grade, back in the day, you was only we had computers of IBM and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And now the computers and all this stuff has transitioned to something great. And now you got Facebook, you got all these things that were social media where you could communicate. And with that, people have stepped and transitioned into the times, and those big business has excelled. Like the guy that came up with Facebook, he's a billionaire now. So, you know, and these are the things that you have to do to transition with your business, because you're always going to have competitors that's willing to transition and stick with the times. And if you don't, then you're going to be taken out the box. And that's just, you know, that's what I've seen over the years and my growth and seeing how in businesses, how things have changed. And if you don't stick with it, then yeah, you'll lose to your competitors. So
Absolutely.
that's just my take on it, bro.
And Tawanda, let me ask you this question. How important is it that you know your competition? How important that you know your competition, know what they're doing, know what they're offering over there. So when somebody comes to you and they say, well, you know, I could get it over there for $10, they say, no, you don't. It's $12.50 over there. How important is it that you know what your competition is doing?
Oh, you better know. And that's what I say when I say know your audience, know your competition, know your people. You need to. When I go out and I look for other people, it's almost like an obsession. That's how detailed you need to know. You need to know what these people do, what they look at on TV. You need to know as many of the demographics and social graphics and all these things that you could find out. You need to know. And it's not to say, okay, so I can make it a price that's cheaper, because your price is your price. Okay? But it's to know also who they market to. Start looking at who they attract and what's trending. A lot of times, if you're looking for what's trending, you go to bigger brands, like you go to Amazon and see what's trending on there. You go to some of the popular, like Google Trends. I know you can go on there. You can see what people are actually looking at buying, and that's how you turn from a cold traffic into warm traffic. Why? Because they're already looking for it. So you're not a bother. Now imagine me trying to sell you something that you absolutely don't need. You're not looking for it. So that's the difference. It's the difference of how detailed you have to be out here. And I tell people all the time, it's something that they're not doing.
Exactly. Let me go to Rico. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
I want to go back to what you were saying about the trend thing.
Okay.
Is it okay to keep up with the trends? To me, you do have to keep up with the trends technology-wise. But at the same time, you have to be careful of the message you are trying to produce, or if you are just in it for profits to capitalize. Because you could actually go along with the trends, and the trends are start putting out the wrong message. And I'm going to say McDonald's. McDonald's was a good trend. He started out as convenient. It was quick eating for people. You know, they could go and do things and get it out the way and not have to worry about cooking a big dinner. But at the same time, they had a risk that came with that. They didn't know the risk at first, but now we know the risk decades down the road from eating that type of food. Or we could go back to the trend of the music with hip hop. We embraced NWA and 2 Live Crew, but now we regret it, and we got to take a lot of accountability for accepting that trend that the young generation thought was cool then, the lines that were crossed. So you have to really discern and keep your values in check when you do decide to utilize these trends to move your product ahead.
Exactly. Kurt, what's on your heart, brother?
Well, I mean, in business, my idea has always been, and a lot of times it don't succeed. I'll be the first one to say it don't succeed. Socially, I've always been a success with this idea. My idea has always been not to follow the trend, but to set the trend. If everybody is wearing A, 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing B with a hint of A. If everybody's wearing B, 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing A with a hint of B. So I always, like, I still to the day, man, I used to wear my dog tags like a chain. You understand what I'm saying? So when I got to the desert, I said, you know what? I'm going to trick this out. I'm going to go and take my dog tags and I'm going to go and get them dipped in gold. I took my dog tags and got them dipped in gold. So when we got back from the desert, the first night we go out, boom, I throw my dog tags on, they dipped in gold. Everybody's like, every soldier in the club. Matter of fact, I had a show that night in the Eagle's Nest of all places, Raheem. So
come on.
Boom. It's time for me to go on time for my set or whatever. And I'm sitting back in the VIP booth. I got my dog tags on, but I got them inside. So I reach inside my shirt, pull my dog tags out. I get up as I'm walking to the booth. Dude is like, hey, yo, where you get them at, son? I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? These are my dog tags. These are my original dog tags. What you mean? Man, get out of here, yo. Next thing you know, by the time I got back to the States, I'm in the mall, and all in the mall is these stands where they making dog tags, but they can put like your grandmama face on the dog tag, or they could put any number of things on the tag, but they in gold. But it just it blew my mind, because around Germany, after I did that, all of a sudden cats from other units, yeah, you got some more, bingo. Cats.
Look here, I make them myself, man. I make them myself. You know, a lot of people don't even know it. I wear it every day, but I make these. I can customize dog tag any way you want it.
See, Raheem?
Good plug, Raheem. Good plug, baby.
Raheem, that's great. You see, that's that glow. I told you got that morning glow, the Raheem glow. I'm telling you.
Man, look here. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's some things in the works that's coming up. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all better. Hey,
I want one.
Y'all better get ready. I'm telling you, it's some things coming up, man.
I need you to get me right, Raheem, on them tags, man. You know when I did that, Raheem? You know when I did that? When I gold out my dog tags, that was 94. 94, and I never forget it. When I got back from the desert, went to that club and I pulled my dog tags out. Within 2 weeks, everybody around the different bases in Germany, there's like 4 or 5 clubs that spread out that pretty much everybody gonna go to at some point. Not even 2 weeks after I did that, dog, I go into the club, you know what I mean, got a set, and I see like 10, 20 dudes. They all got their dog tags gold out. And I'm like, wow. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta, most times you try your best to set the trend. It don't always pay off. Sometimes you try and set a trend and the trend don't catch fire. But if you got that one trend that catch fire and you're in control of kind of like Chrissy was saying, like earlier, Chrissy said something about kind of being in control of what you got going on as far as like your business and that thing. Like when she telling you about this morning glow thing, She's telling you to take control of
Yeah,
okay, expand it and take control and own it. So, you know, when that trend pay off, bro, it can pay off big. I mean, look at Dr. Dre, man.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get out of here. We got a few more minutes before we get out of here, man. It's been a great broadcast, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. If we ain't do nothing else today, we had a good time. We had a good time.
We did
today.
that.
We had a good time today. Donna, hey Donna, do me a favor, Donna. Donna, you there?
Yeah, man.
Tell me how to say your last name, brother.
Tucson.
Hold on now.
Tucson.
I go Christy again.
Tucson. Like Arizona with the T behind. Tucson. That's how I pronounce it.
Okay, now are you pronouncing it right though? Are you pronouncing it right though?
That's my name.
That's a powerful name. That's a powerful name, brother. Ooh,
yes,
that's
sir.
a powerful name.
Yes, sir. Hey, Kurt, he caught it though, didn't he? It took him a minute. He said, "Wait a minute." He caught it.
Man,
Donna, what's on your heart, man?
No, man. You know, there are some people with some brilliant minds and thinkers that it starts with an idea.
Yeah.
Starts with a thought. But sometimes we have thoughts and ideas and we just don't bring them and carry them. And then sometimes you got to pass your idea to somebody that can make your idea work.
Exactly.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because some people have that business type mind, say, I can take what you got and run with it.
Exactly. Hey, you're right. Hey, Kurt, I'm going to go to Anna. Anna, got something you want to say. But Kurt, let me ask you a question, man. Do you remember Bugle Boy jeans?
That was before my time.
Kurt,
what?
You remember Bugle Boy? Come on, man.
What? the original cargo pants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cargo pants I ever own. And to be, you know, I'm from Baltimore, so like I said, you know, Baltimore's a real preppy town. Like that's dress code is real preppy. You know, that's why I know about like the Clark Wallabies, the Rockport, stuff like that. We used to rock, listen, use a real Baltimorean. When you would rock the big boy jeans, you would do the cuff, the pants cuff, not with a rubber band or nothing like that. There's a full cuff that you can do on your jeans. I'm telling y'all, it's jazzy as all get out, especially on with the on women that like to wear the heels with a pair of jeans. There's a pants cuff you can do. So you would cuff them up, right? And then colored slouch socks, right? And you have a Latifah.
Kurt, we gotta go, man. You trying to give us a whole fashion lesson, man. We gotta go, man. Kurt, you trying to give us a whole fashion show, man. Hey, let me ask the ladies. Hold on, Kurt. Let me ask the ladies this question right here. Do y'all remember baby fat jeans?
Do I? I still got some. And a shirt.
With that being said, Anna, what's on your heart? With that being said.
Well, I will say, Raheem, women, we tend to keep our clothes. I don't know if we just think it's going to become a fashion trend again.
That's coming back.
Yeah, we tend to do that. So, to Christy's defense, I can understand why.
Hey, Anna, you did not hear what Donald just said.
No, I didn't.
Ask Donald what he said.
What did he say, Donald?
Some think they're gonna be able to fit them again.
That's me. I'm guilty.
I can still fit mine. I still can fit mine because I'm 25. But you know that's where that saying came from. PHAT. You know, when somebody call you fat, you PHAT. Pretty, hot, and tempting. PHAT.
Hey,
what about the one? Hold on. What about the one that say that you are FATTZ?
I don't know what that means. I know what PHAT means, pretty, hot, and tempting. So I can't comprehend them words.
Hey, we gotta get out of here.
Hey, Raheem, let me throw this out there because you know we men and we all know we got Tucson on here too. I'm
Mhm.
y'all ladies something. For real, the greatest thing fashion designers ever did was them chick jeans, them Jordache jeans, and them Bill Blast jeans for women. I swear
Mhm.
that changes the whole.
You looking at people booty.
Y'all what? Y'all two get together. Y'all get together and y'all walk in.
That's why I wear wrap.
Somewhere.
Hold on.
Watch how everybody freeze.
I still haven't been able to say what I wanted to say.
Okay,
You
everybody,
let
hold on.
somebody booty.
Everybody, hold on for a second. Everybody, hold on for a second. I need to ask a question. Hold on. I need to ask a question. Don, I heard you singing over there, brother. I heard you sing. We might need that, brother. We might need that. But what is that LLC that a roundaway girl gotta have?
A booty?
Anybody remember? Anybody? He's in around the way girl. He said she gotta have this. What she gotta have?
Oh, I don't remember.
Lord, see,
A booty.
can't no. He's in
a bad attitude. That's
Huh?
be in a good mood. She can walk with street slang. I love it when a woman is scared.
Okay.
Bamboo earrings and something else.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of it, but it's bamboo
He said
earrings.
a Fendi
Alicia
bag and
Keys.
a bamboo earrings, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get a brother in a good mood. Yeah, look here, we just get out here. Anna, what's going on at 3:00 today, boy? Y'all are something else.
At 3
Tell
o'clock.
Ellen Company.
I will. At 3 o'clock, if you missed the show, you can listen to it in its entirety at www.dkmradio.com or www.dkmmediagroupandassociates.com.
Good deal. Let me
In its
see.
entirety. I don't think I
In,
said that.
in its entirety, absolutely. Tawanda, I'm sorry, Christy. Pray us out, Christy.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come giving you praise and glory, Lord God. Lord, we just thank you for this show, Lord God. We thank you for the fun time we had, Lord God. But Lord God, we just thank you for all that you're doing, Lord God. Lord God, we ask that you bless the businesses that are represented here today and all the ideas that came forth today, Lord God. Lord God, we just want to praise you for who you are, Lord God. And Lord God, if anybody under the sound of my voice that's not saved, Lord God, we just pray that they'll find someone, Lord God, that they confess their sins, Lord God, and become saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. Order our hearts, order our minds, and order our steps, Lord God, that we may do your will. And we thank you for all you're doing, God. Continue to bless, continue to help us, Lord God, to be better people and bless our land. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 It's been a great week, man. This has been a great week. I definitely appreciate everybody for
with y'all.
joining in.
Had so much fun.
I almost felt bad for praying because we talking about LL Cool J. But LL Cool J, if you listening, I love you, boy.
He married. You're a Christian. Stop it.
Look at that. I had to mute her. I had to mute her, boy. Look here. I couldn't get to it fast enough. You got some of that in. But listen, it's been a great broadcast. I got to get out of here myself today. But y'all have a great day. I want to thank everybody for joining in, and more than that, and y'all share the broadcast. Start a watch party or something like that. Make sure y'all share it. And it is now 9:06. You're about to exit. What you say, Donna? I thought I heard Donna say something. It's 9:06. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And if we shine some of this light on you from the Morning Glow, take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. You all have a great weekend.
Weekend.
Huh?
A safe weekend to everyone. It's a holiday weekend. Please stay out of jail.
I gotta start muting people line. Lord have mercy on my closing. The voices just coming out of every kind of way. I gotta mute lines. But listen, there's a day between the 3rd and the 5th. If y'all celebrate that day, be careful, be safe. Between the 3rd and the 5th, they told me I couldn't say what it was, but it's between the 3rd and the 5th. If y'all can do y'all math, y'all understand. Have a great day. Love each other. Love y'all. Be blessed.